So it was houses, shotguns. It was shotgun houses all up in here.
Oh yeah, like I said, this was all the black neighborhood. This was just one street going that way. None of this other stuff was here. Just one street going this way. And our house was probably somewhere along in here.
So it's no longer there.
That's what I'm saying. You see it now. It's hard to believe, hard to picture that old shotgun house that we lived in. Screen doors weren't no good. No electricity. And back then, downtown, we're just on the other end of that street.
Oh, wow.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is being criticized by
It's your hardness to get out the street, or you won't be able to get nothing.
Not today, tomorrow, forever.
Right.
It's an effort to distract attention from economic problems.
But now I'm just showing you some of Durham that all of this is brand new. These are townhouses supposed to be.
All right, so while I have you in the car, tell me a funny story about an experience that you on the road with the caravan.
leaders to take action. In that case,
We had a few. There's one time,
between 7 and 9 years, they had the
Dorothy Norwood
and beaten the victim.
was flying down the highway
To replace the border service, the legislation
and ran up on the police. So rather than get a ticket, she flagged him down and told she asked him for directions.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I've done that before. Lord have mercy. What they say?
They gave him directions like she asked.
Oh, somebody wants to know Jonaran Davis. Did you ever, John Aaron.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet her?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
John Aaron was just as sweet as she could be. But you had to get to know John Aaron because John Aaron was very outspoken. She didn't never been into harm, but it could come across as kind of harsh if you didn't know John Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she didn't mean no harm, bless her heart. She just spoke her mind. Whatever came up, came out. But she was sweet as she could be. As a matter of fact, her name
John Aaron
was a combination of her mom and dad. Her dad was John, her mom was Aaron.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So they combined it and named her John Aaron.
John Aaron.
Uh-huh.
Wow. There you go. There you have it. Did you ever play for her? You met her, but did you ever work with her?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she sang with us for a good while. She was on that album with Remember Me and I Won't Be Back No More. And
Oh
all
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
She was on there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what is one of your favorite memories of Josephine Howard?
We were at Haven of Rest Baptist Church in Chicago.
Chicago? Reverend Connor?
Reverend Connor, yeah, he was a pastor then. One New Year's Eve, and they asked Josephine to sing. And I said, "What you gonna do?" And she said, "I don't know. You talk, I'll sing." Just like that.
What?
And that's how we came up with Just a Closer Walk with Thee.
Really? Wow.
We had never rehearsed it, never practiced it, never thought about it, never done anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just started talking, she started singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So did you have fun? I mean, what was your experience like recording back in the studios back at that time?
In the studio?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it was an experience, even though it could be very tiresome.
Really?
Yeah, man. It could be rough, because like I said, we had to go in the studio with 12 songs,
Mm-hmm.
and musicians that had never heard any of them. We'd have to teach them the songs and then record them. And sometimes we have to record a song multiple times for one reason or another, mistakes, whether they were technical mistakes or mistakes on our part, whatever. Sometimes, we have to do songs multiple times, because I remember on an album that I did with the James Herndon singers. And all of the Herndon singers the background were around one mic that was supposed to be open on all sides, and it was not. And I kept telling them it wasn't. And we kept trying to do this song till we were just worn out. I told them that mic was not open because they didn't listen to me. What I know, I'm just
You're just a musician.
Yeah, I'm not a technical person. I'm not an engineer. I'm not supposed to know that stuff. Okay, I told you.
Wow.
Matter of fact, we went over so much, we were just not able to finish that session that night because it had been so tiring, so demanding, so hard. You putting out all that you got, over and over and over. Mm-hmm. After a while, you become exhausted, and the song loses its real flavor to you.
Wow.
No matter how good the song is, after a while, it becomes more mechanical than spiritual.
Wow.
And we had to depend on both of those things in order to make a record in those days. Because, it wasn't like it is now. You go in the studio and lay down the soundtracks and all of that kind of stuff. And the group comes by 6 weeks later and put their part on there and all that. We didn't have those luxuries.
Those are luxuries, huh?
Yeah, we only had 2 mics. Everybody's got a separate mic and all that. No. We had 1 mic for the lead singer and 1 mic for the background, but we could put 3 or 4 people around 1 mic and you could still hear everybody.
Wow.
That's an art that they don't have nowadays. We had 4 tracks. 1 for the lead singer, 1 for the background, 1 for the musicians.
Wow. I got one more question before I get off. I was going to ask you, so have you ever had one of those moments, when you sat at the piano to record something that a song that the Lord gave you, and you sat there like, Lord, have mercy, this thing is really ministering to me?
Yeah, oh yeah. That was with everything I did, because my position is, if it doesn't minister to me, it's not going to minister to anybody else. It hasn't ministered to me first.
So what's one of your favorite compositions original compositions?
One of my favorites, but I got a few of those. I don't know. There's something that's not an original composition though. I guess one was I Gave Up the World.
Gave Up the World.
Yeah. Because I remember one day when I was writing that, I was working in Chicago, then I was away from the caravans. I was working at Harris Trust and Savings Bank, and I was supposed to go with Tina somewhere that evening, but she was going to pick me up at work. But while I was waiting for her, I just paced back and forth singing that song. I walked back and forth in front of that bank. And man, oh man, it must have been 100 times singing that song.
Wow. Well, there you have it. People keep asking about Josephine Howard. They love Josephine.
Yeah,
Andy
was a
just
great singer. Excellent singer.
and let me ask you about this. So that intro to Go Sweeping Through the City, that's you on the piano, right?
Yeah.
How did you come up with that?
I don't know. To be truthful, that was John Aaron's idea.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. That was John Aaron's idea.
Well, you so planned.
See, we all contributed to the music in those days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might write a song, but somebody else might have another suggestion that would add to it.
Uh-huh.
You know, that would enhance what we are already trying to do. And that's what, I guess that's one reason that Caravan was so successful. Because, like I said, everybody in there was capable of holding their own individually.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still, they were that much more powerful together as a group. I don't think there's ever been another group in gospel history that has been able to produce that many standalone artists.
Right.
Because there are a lot of people that folk don't realize Gloria Griffin was at one time a Caravan.
Yes.
Even though she made her fame with the Roberta Martin singing.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a Caravan at one time.
And she sang with Alice Bradford, Great Consolator. You remember that song?
Yeah, and Bessie Griffin was a Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
She went on to a solo career. Yeah, Caravans have produced a few greats there.
Oh, you said Gloria Griffin. I was thinking you were talking about Bessie Griffin. That's
No, Bessie was
right.
Alex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bessie Griffin.
You talking about Gloria, the one
Gloria
that wrote
Griffin,
God
the one that God
Specializes.
Specializes, yeah. She was a Caravan.
The Lord must have woke her up in her sleep one night and gave her those lyrics, because those are some powerful lyrics.
Yeah, that's a powerful song.
I mean, who could have just... Nobody but the Lord could have gave you such a message like that, you know?
You're right, and it's still a good message
It
today.
is. You know, I watched that video of, I think it was the Malaco version of the Gospel Legends.
Yeah.
And when she told her story about having cancer, and
Yeah.
I was like, listen, like, look at these words being put to work.
Yeah.
Man. So what would you say that the James Herndon singers offered you opposed to the Caravans?
Well, the first thing in the James Herndon singers to put me more in a leadership role
Mm-hmm.
than with the Caravans, because, you know, Tina was the manager there. And she had leadership, even though most decisions were made by us as a group. But she was in essence the leader, the manager of the group. And of course, with the James Herndon singer, that responsibility fell to me. You know, and I had the problem of selecting members and all of that, so it was a whole different ball game.
Wow. And you've had a couple of different groups as it relates to the Herndon singers, because you had Josephine, Dolores, Roxy. We were talking about, what was his name? William, right?
Oh, Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but those two different sets of Herndon singers. Cause at one time I had Josephine, Dolores, Luella, and Barbara. Luella and Barbara were sisters.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I had them. And then later I had Nate and Roxy and Sandra and Wilma and
Bye, you guys. Love on someone and change your life.